standing. Misty, come. Come. Yeah. Yeah. She's my princess. I just love that puppy. Okay, so it's a thing we did last week, and I'll teach it to you, and some of you already know online. So you do an exhalation, you fold over, you hold the breath, and you pull the abdominal wall inside. Tell me if you don't understand something, and then I can attempt with my bad French. So, and then when you need to take a breath, you just take a breath. So you understood, you're holding the breath and you're pulling everything in. And while you're holding the breath, if it's the first time you're doing this, close the nostril, like close the nostrils, and try to do an inhale with the mouth closed and the nose closed. And it's gonna really pull everything up, okay? So we're gonna do 5 total, so 4 more. So come up, hold the nostril, hold the breath, pull everything in. And as soon as you feel like, you don't want to feel like you're going to burst. So if that happens, before that happens, you come up and you release the breath. Okay, so that's okay, Veronique? Have you done this before? Yes? Okay. Exhale. Keep the breath out. Hold the nostrils if you're new to this. Nyanga, when you're trying to do nauli like that, you need to bring the thumbs higher. There, you've got them down too low. It needs to be up here, like really where it's as if you're gonna feel the end of the rectus femoris. By sitting down. Misty, come. Misty, come. Come. Okay, you can be quiet. Good girl. Sit. Okay, once you're done, you're going to come to a sitting position. And if you have some sort of something to sit on, you can take a blanket. And you want to have it so that, usually I fold mine like this, so it's a little, if you start with a blanket like that, you can also fold it this way, and then like that, so it's a little bit higher than just a flat blanket. And then you put, she always does that when people are coming in the house, so she'll calm down. So you're sitting on the sitting bones or on the blanket.
Surprise. Vous m'avez pas donné l'adresse, hein, mais je suis passée devant par hasard.
Because I have people online. There's people who know each other here, so we'll settle down soon. Okay. So, you're sitting on the sitting bones, on something a little higher, closing the eyes, elongate the spine, inwards. So you feel your body from the inside out. Allow the pelvis to feel heavy, the legs to feel heavy. So your pelvis and legs are grounded to the floor. And then trying to elongate the spine from the pelvic bowl. Relaxing the neck muscles, relaxing the jaw. Relaxing the facial muscles. And start to bring your awareness to your breathing. If you know the Ujjayi breathing, you start Ujjayi breathing. So it's breathing in and out through the nose, like you're making a whisper with the back of the throat, whispering with the breath so you can hear the breathing. If you can hear the breath, you're more likely to notice the quality of your breathing. You're going to notice if you're holding the breath when a pose becomes difficult. We don't want to do that. And then start to make the inhales and the exhales the same length. Feeling the thoracic cage moving with each breath. Bring the palms to the heart center. And we'll chant one Om to begin. Inhaling. Keeping the eyes closed, place the palms on the floor in front of you and just walk the hands forward. Maybe on the fingertips. If your palms are on the floor, press into the palms so you feel the sitting bones trying to reach towards the floor, straightening the arms. Tune into your breathing. And then try to walk your hands towards the right. Try to lengthen the right side of the torso, shorten slightly the left side of the torso. So you feel like your two sides of the body are the same length. It can just be something that comes up. Close the eyes, breathing deeply. Walking the hands towards the other side. Shortening the right side of the torso, lengthening the left side. Feel the shoulders softening. And walking the hands back to the center, seeing if you can crawl the fingertips a little bit further forward. And then walk the hands back up. So here you want to see that you have a lumbar curve. So you want to be sitting straight. So there's a little curve inwards in the lower back. Bring the fingertips on either side of you. If you guys know, those who know Mula Bandha, you're trying to work on Mula Bandha so that you feel stabilized in the whole pelvic area. And then open the palms. Inhale, raise the arms up. And then stay here and feel like you're bringing your baby fingers all the way up towards the ceiling. Okay, but the skin of the neck sliding down. Bring the right hand beside you, fingertips on the floor, and start to fold over towards the right. Inhale, coming up. Exhale, folding to the left. Inhale, coming up, and then we're going to work with our breath, going from side to side. As we lift up, we inhale, we reach up. Exhale, we fold to the opposite side. And you can go at your own breathing rhythm. Trying to make that soft sound with the breath by closing the vocal cords slightly. And then coming up to center, place the hands on the knees, palms on the knees like this. And we're going to warm up our spine by inhaling, opening the chest, coming forward. Feel like you're lifting the sternum up towards the ceiling. And then exhale, pulling the belly back, rounding the back, pulling the chin in. Inhale, opening. Exhale, arching the spine. Inhale, forward. Exhale, back. Doing a couple more at your own breathing rhythm. And then coming back to a neutral spine. And now from here, we're going to roll like we're bringing weight into one knee to the back sitting bone, other sitting bone, the other knee. And we're going to do these rotations. And as we're rotating, we can change our shoulders, moving the elbows, just trying to awaken all the little parts of the spine, the shoulder joints, the hips. Try to make the soft sound with the breath, calm the nervous system. But at the same time, if you start to lengthen the breath, it starts to awaken the mind. And then turning to the opposite rotation. And coming to center. Okay, so you're going to bring your hands to one side and then bring the feet together. And then you're going to come up onto the hands and knees. So for those who are not comfortable on the wrist, you're going to bring your forearms to the floor, like that. Okay? Otherwise, you're on your hands and your knees. And then I'm going to demonstrate on the forearms, just for those who are new here. Those, because I know all of you have already done all this on the hands and knees, so you know how to do this. Okay, so if you're on your forearms, place the palms down and try to press the fingertips down. No matter which version you're doing, press the ends of the fingers down, the thumb and the first finger especially. And then feel like you're reaching your sitting bones away from you. So the os des fesses, vers là. Okay, so pull the sitting bones away, and then pull the crown of the head in the opposite direction. Brani, if I can see your arms, that would be helpful actually. I just want to see how your arms are placed. Okay, and then pull in the navel, so the navel is reaching away from the floor and trying to lengthen out the spine. Aha, that's good. Yeah, and then just, I can't see your hands, so just make sure that your fingers are all pressing down, okay? Because this will strengthen the wrists, it'll strengthen the hands, so even if you've got some wrist problems, it's gonna help you. Okay, so if you're on the hands and knees, same idea. Reaching the sternum forward, crown forward, sitting bones back, feeling the navel trying to reach away from the floor, bring the neck in line with the rest of the spine. So if you're doing this properly, it starts to heat you up already. It warms up the body. Then you're going to stretch your right leg out, press the right heel away. So you can do this on the forearms. Pressing the right heel actively away. Feel like the thigh at the front of the leg is pulling up into the navel. And Claire, soften the elbows. Don't lock your elbows. Yeah. And then start to pick up the right leg, bringing it parallel with the floor. And Myanga and Jeanne, you can, and Caroline, if you want, you can be on your hands. Okay, just I have 2 people with wrist issues, so I want to demonstrate for them. Okay, so it's up to you. You can try it like this too. It's interesting. It works more the deltoids. Reach the heel away. Place the right knee to the floor. Stretch the left leg. And pick up the leg, bringing it parallel with the floor. Dominique, press the fingers into the floor. So you strengthen the hands, and then this will help your wrists. And lower the knee, and then you're going to bring your sitting bones back towards the heels, coming into this, what we call puppy position. If possible, straighten your arms here. Open the hands so they're shoulder width apart. And if you don't have the arms on the floor, so the palms down, Claire, like a downward facing dog arm. Yeah, and press like this. And then the arms are off the floor. Yes, exactly. And coming back up onto the hands and knees or the forearms, straighten the back here again, feel the belly pulling in, and then you're going to straighten your right leg once again and slide the right leg out to the side, flexing the feet. So you're able to do this on the forearms just as easily. And you don't have to stretch all the way to the side, you could just bring your leg a little bit out, something like that, and that's fine. And then if you are more flexible, try to pull the baby side of the toes up and connect it into the hip joint. And then slide the toes back, and then slide the toes all the way to the other side. Turn and gaze towards those toes. Pull in the lower belly, stretching up that right side. Coming back to the center, replace the knee to the floor, stretch out the left leg, and slide all the way out to the side. And just go where it feels comfortable. If it's not feeling comfortable, just open a tiny bit. Myanga, flex your foot. Yeah. Slide the toes back all the way to the opposite side. And coming back down to the center, press into the palms, reaching the sitting bones back, coming back into the puppy pose. Try to straighten the arms. So the arms are not on the floor. We want to strengthen the arms. Press the hands into the floor, strengthening the hands. And walking your hands towards you, lifting the knees, and we're going to come into this squatting position. Are you okay? No, it's not going to happen.
Yeah, I can't.
Maybe you can sit like this. Sit on the blocks. That's okay. Just do. You can make any movements you need to do to get into the pose. Lift the sternum up high if you're here. And then you can either stay like this, or if you're okay, you're going to round your back, place the backs of the hands on the floor, and let the head drop. Oh, yeah, that's good. Does it hurt? Ça fait mal? Pour les genoux? Mettre les pieds. That's okay. Just bring the feet further forward, like this. Mettre les pieds comme ça. Ouais, and comme ça. And then you're going to start to lift the buttocks, take hold of either elbow, try to bring the feet parallel, let the head drop. Keep the contact between the ribs and the thighs, and then feel like you're going to slide the elbows down towards the floor. And as the elbows slide towards the floor, the spine is going with it. Then you're going to reach your hands behind the back, interlace the fingers, and let the hands drop towards the floor. So the knees are still bent, the feet are parallel, feet are hip width apart. And then we're going to inhale, straighten one leg, lengthen that side of the body. Exhale back to the center. Inhale, lift and lengthen the other side. Exhale back to the center. Inhaling, you're going to work with your own breathing, going back and forth. Dominique, here comes that. Using your breath. Stretching out one leg at a time, stretching out the side body. And then release the hands to the floor. Walk your hands forward. So if you need to, you can go onto your forearms. Keep the knees bent. Press the hands into the floor and reach the sitting bones away. Just do as much as you can. If you can't do everything, just come and sit for a bit. So the knees are bent. And then you're going to see if you can work towards straightening one knee, bending that knee, straightening the other knee, and slowly working back and forth, warming up the backs of the legs. Dominique, you go here, like that. And then you're going to step one foot forward behind the wrist, other foot forward behind the wrist, and you can take those blocks if you're a little tighter. I think you're okay, Vanessa.
Yeah.
Yeah. So feet are separated on the fingertips, and then you're going to elongate the spine here. See if you can straighten the knees and look at your legs and see that the quadriceps are engaged. Clear on the fingertips like this, yeah. and then pull the sternum towards me. Yeah, like lift here. Feel the belly sucking in. Are you okay, Veronique? I just see some feet there. Separate the feet. Separate the feet wider. Okay, now from here, so you're going to see if this is possible, and it might not be for everybody, but you're going to see if you can lift the centers of the heels high from the floor. And notice when you lift that the lower belly is pulling up towards the ceiling. Now you're going to keep the lower belly up, and then see if you can place the heels down to the floor. And then inhale, lift the heels. Feel the lower belly sucking up, thighs are engaged. Slowly press the heels down. Inhale, lifting up. Exhale, down. Do 2 more at your own breathing rhythm. Dominique, come like this for your back. Yeah.
Linda, it hurts my my right bum.
Your right bum? Yeah, because it's probably stretching a lot more. So just just bend your knees.
It hurts everywhere.
It hurts everywhere. Oh my God. It's almost December. I guess that's what's going on here. Okay, then open your arms out to the sides. Bring the spine parallel with the floor. Lift the kneecaps. Press into the feet. Inhale all the way up to stand. Exhale, arms to the sides. And bring the feet together. My, oh my. I'm gonna have to readjust my class a little bit. Okay, so let's see. I'm doing quick thinking, believe me. Okay, so toes are together. So you just do what you can do. And if you can't do everything, doesn't matter, right? Just moving is helpful, right? Even if you're not moving in the way that I'm showing, okay? So same with Veronique. And Veronique, you've been practicing for a while, so I know you'll know how to do something that feels good for you. Okay, so inhale, open the arms. Exhale, fold over the legs, bend the knees, relax the head down. Inhale, slide the hands up the shins, open the chest, belly in. Exhale, palms on the floor, step 1 foot back, 2nd foot back. So you could also be on the fists like that. And then find your plank. So Vanessa, open your hands like that, a little wider, yeah. Good. And then knees, pelvis, chest to the floor. Tuck the toes under, press the heels away, straightening the legs. So Nyanga, tuck the toes for this one. And then roll open the shoulders and lift the chest. Hands are under the elbows. Tuck your chin in, Vanessa. Yeah. Good. And then put the knees to the floor, press into the hands, and we're working into puppy pose. Holding here, breathing deeply, press the hands, especially if if you want to get some energy, press the fingertips more firmly to the floor. Carolina, bring your ears between the upper arms. Don't let the forehead touch. And then reach the crown of the head between the hands. Feel like you're sliding your sternum between the hands. Yes, exactly. And then reach the sitting bones in the opposite direction. Okay, so that's if you want to make it a little more dynamic. Claire, spread the fingers, press the fingers into the floor. Find your breathing, Ujjayi breathing. Lift the buttocks, lift the knees, step the feet to the front. Inhale halfway up. And if it's hard, if you're a little more tight, keep the feet apart. And then exhale, soften the knees, relax the head down. Press the feet, lead with the chest, so the chest is lifting first, coming all the way up to standing. Exhale, arms to the sides. Inhale, raise the arms up. Exhale, fold over the legs, bending the knees, relax the neck. Inhale, come halfway up, feel the belly pulling in. Exhale, put the hands on the floor and step the opposite foot back first this time. Pause in the plank pose, so you can be on the fists or on the forearms. Staying here, press the heels away, bring the head in line with the rest of the spine. Press the hands, fill in that space between the shoulder blades. Try to make yourself a nice straight line. Soften the elbows a little bit, Vanessa. So you're gonna be sore for 3 more days. Yes. And then lean forward, put the knees, pelvis, chest to the floor. Tuck the toes under, press the heels away, lift the shoulders, bring the chin neutral. Keep pressing the heels away. And then point your toes. Or not. If you don't want to, you don't have to. Bring your elbows close to you and hands back. Put the toes back to the floor, knees down, press into the hands, and back into puppy pose. Staying here, tune in with your breathing. And then lift the buttocks, lift the knees, look forward, step the feet back to the front of the mat. Inhale, halfway up, lower belly in. Exhale, soften over the legs. Lead with the chest, open the chest as you rise up, raising the arms. Exhale, arms to the sides. Let's do one more like this. Inhale, picking up the arms. Exhale, soften over the legs. Inhale, lift halfway up. Exhale, both hands to the floor. Step one foot, other foot. Pause in plank pose. Use your fingertips. Pull the navel away from the floor. Lean forward, knees, pelvis, chest down. Tuck the toes, press the heels away. Roll open the shoulders so the elbows close to the body and wrists and elbows in line. So hands back. Yeah. Point the toes. Tuck the toes, working your way back into the puppy pose. And if anybody feels like it, they could also come into a downward facing dog. So you decide if you want to work on down dog, you can go ahead. Dominique, stay down. Yes. Breathing here. All the way back. No, but not the hands.
Yeah.
Maybe I'm asking a little too much to say. Second class, it's a bit difficult. Okay, and then pick up the buttocks, pick up the knees, step the feet back to the front. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale, soften over the legs. Press the feet, inhale all the way up to standing. Exhale, arms to the sides. You okay? You're surviving? Okay, good. So, toes back together, or you can keep the feet apart if you're really tight behind the legs or you're feeling like your balance is difficult. Okay, so toes together. Inhale, bend the knees. Inhale, raise the arms. And just stay here like you're sitting in a high chair. Keep the knees pointing forward. You can bring your toes together now, Claire. Yeah, I think so. Yeah. I see what you do on me. I know you're stronger than that. And then reach the baby side of the fingers up and away. And then you're going to bend forward, keep the knees bent,
put the low ribs onto the thighs, fingers beside you. Maybe you work towards straightening a little bit. And then inhale, lift the chest up high, halfway up. Exhale, both hands to the floor. Step one foot back, other foot back. Lean forward, knees, pelvis, chest to the floor. Just get down, doesn't matter. Any way you can do. And then flex the feet, press the heels, roll open the shoulders, either staying like this or pointing the toes. Little Shalabhasana.
Hey, better.
You're doing good. It's our second class. That's pretty amazing. Tuck the toes, press into the hands, sitting bones back. And then lift the sitting bones and bring the right foot to the thumb. So we're coming up onto the knee. So put your cushion under your knee if your knee is fragile. And we want to have the front knee directly over the heel. Tuck the back toes under. And then feel like you're dropping the right hip and then lifting the left hip. Okay, so you're going to feel your buttocks need to engage here. Opposite. Yeah. Okay, open the palms. Inhale, raise the arms. Hook the thumbs like butterfly hands, like this. And then reach the fingertips all the way up to the sky. For those of you who've been practicing for a little while, feel like your inner arch is lifting up, coming up into the inner line and connecting into Mula Bandha. Lengthen one side of the body. Lengthen the other side of the body. And lengthen the two sides at the same time. Okay, so maybe you don't do this next one. Okay, you stay like this. And then for those of you who feel comfortable, lift the chest up high and then arc back slightly. And then coming perpendicular, put the left fingertips on the floor, reach the right arm up. Put the block under the hand, like this. Soften the jaw, soften the lips. Look like you're enjoying it. Even if you're not. And then put both hands back to the floor and you're going to change. Right knee back, left foot forward. Coming up. Feel like the left hip is pushing down, right hip bone pulling up. So it's the left thigh down, right thigh up. And those of you want some extra, check what's happening in that foot. 3 points of contact, arch lifting. Open the palms, raise them up, change the crossing of the thumbs. Reach the fingers towards the sky. That's good. I have to experiment to see what poses you can do. And then lift one side, lift the other side, lift the two sides at the same time. And then, not everybody has to do this, you open the chest and try to arc backwards. And then come perpendicular, right hand on the floor, left hand up. And you can be on a block, even 2 blocks. And then both hands down, step back, pause in the plank pose. Be on the wrists like that. And then lean forward, knees, pelvis, chest to the floor. Tuck the toes, open the chest, point the toes, Shalabhasana. And tuck the toes, press into the hands, and either puppy or downward facing dog, your choice. Find a steady gazing point. Try to still the gaze. Listen to your breathing. Gazing forward, step the feet forward. Inhale, halfway up, chest open. Exhale, bend the knees, fold over the knees, but keep the knees bent. Raise the arms up, lift the chest. And exhale, arms to the sides. Are you sweating?
Yes.
Yes. Need to sweat. This is what Ashtanga is. Well, this isn't supposed to be Ashtanga, but that's my base and we have to sweat. Okay, so you're gonna turn your right knee out. It's good to sweat because actually when you sweat, the muscles aren't as sore. Believe it or not. And then 2 hip bones forward. Pull the navel in, open, externally rotate the hip joint. And then you're gonna see if you can stay here. You could also use the wall. You could put your left hand on the wall. And then put the foot on the inner thigh. Okay, and then if that feels quite steady, slide the foot up and try to bring it higher up. Good. So you can have your wall there. I needed the wall when I started, and I was young and still needed the wall. And then if you feel steady, firm in the left buttocks, reach the arms up, interlace the fingers, turn the palms up towards the ceiling, and then try to feel like you're going to slide your thoracic cage up towards the ceiling. Bring the knee forward, flex your right foot, and see if you can straighten the leg here. Hold the left buttocks, and then release, and shake it out. You have to do things that are challenging, no? Right? Otherwise it's not fun, it's too easy. Okay, so second side. So we need to keep the core strong. Turn the left leg out by externally rotating that hip joint. Firm in the right buttocks, so you should touch and those should be firm. Lower abdominals firm, and then pick up the foot onto the lower calf, and you're gonna decide if it comes a little bit higher. Keep holding the wall. Yeah, 2 walls. And then inhale, reach the arms up, change the interlacing, turn the fingers up towards the sky, and then feel this sensation like you're sliding the thoracic cage away from the pelvis. And then that right leg is firm like a pillar. The right buttocks are engaging, lower abdominals, pelvic floor, all engaging. And then bring the left knee forward, flex the foot, and see if you can work towards straightening the leg out. Look at a gazing point along the nose. And then release and shake it out. Do whatever you need to do. And come back to the front of the mats. Inhale, raise the arms. Exhale, soften the knees, come over the legs. Inhale, come halfway up. Exhale, hands to the floor, stepping the feet back. Pause in your plank pose. Knees, pelvis, chest down. Roll open the shoulders. Find your Shalabhasana. And tuck the toes, press into the hands. Bring the sitting bones back. And this time you're going to just come and sit to one side of the buttocks and lift the legs.
into a sitting position. So we're going to lean back, bring our hands back. Externally rotate the right leg. You press the hands, or even like this. This is good too. Like the fingers like this. Yeah. Externally rotate the right leg. Slide the foot up and try to bring it on the upper inner thigh. And then walk your hands towards you. Feel like you're tilting your pelvis. Sit up on the blanket. Put the blanket under, yeah, like that. Okay, so if the pelvis won't tilt, just sit up on something. And maybe for Veronique, if it feels a little bit in the back, same thing, you sit up on something. Okay, so what we're first doing is trying to sit up tall with both hip bones forward. So wrap your right hip bone forward. And then, yep, that's a good idea. With the knee, you put the block like that. Yeah. And then either staying here, okay, so if you're, I think, Dominique, you stay like this, or you bring your fingertips forward. Start to walk yourself forward. Feel like you're wrapping that right hip bone forward. Okay, so this has to come forward. And then press the palms into the floor. Pull with the palms and feel like you're opening your chest. Just like this, Dominique. Keep the chin in. And then walk yourself back up. Raise the arms up. Interlace the thumbs. Reaching up high. Turn yourself towards the left, towards the straight leg. Let the left fingertips come down. Right hand on the outside of the shin. And then you're going to push into your shin, resisting the push with the leg. And then rotate over the left side. Drop the shoulder blades down. It's the other way, Carolina. Other hands, switch the hands. Yeah, yeah, yes, exactly. And then this isn't for everybody. You're gonna see if this works for you. You're gonna slide your right hand down the leg. Okay, so either you stay where you are or you slide your right hand down. So your hand is sliding on the outside of that foot, opening to the side. And then sliding back up. Bring the hands behind you, lean back, straighten the legs, shake out the legs here. Keeping your weight back for now so that you have room in the pelvis to be able to externally rotate the second leg. So you let the toes hang out to the sides. Yeah. And then bend the knee, pull the foot up to the upper inner thigh. And then from here, then you start to walk your hands forward and feel like you're tilting the top of the pelvis forward. Okay, so first we need to be able to sit up nice and straight before we do anything else. Left hip bone forward. You have to pull your right, yeah, like that. Okay, so you can stay sitting up straight or walk the hands forward. Flex this foot. And maybe you walk forward and then pull with the hands, open the chest, feel the back of the neck long. You can stay up like that. Bend the elbows, swivel the elbows in, yeah, and pull like you're pulling this. The back of the neck long. Make sure the neck is relaxed. I can't really see everything, but I think Veronique, like still in line with the spine. So the back of the neck is relaxed in line with the spine so that it's the core that would be pulling you forward. And then coming back up, raise the arms, change the crossing of the thumbs, reaching up high,
turn towards your straight leg. Let the hands come down. Use your hand on your shin for resistance to get a little deeper twist through the spine. And then feel your shoulder blades pulling away from the ears. And then only if that feels good for you, you start to slide your hand down that leg. And sliding back up, leaning back, shaking out the legs, shake out the pelvis. And then if you're sitting on something, remove what you're sitting on. Straighten the legs out in front of you, place the hands on the thighs, and then it's going to be like you're rolling down to lie down one vertebrae at a time. Until you're lying on the back. Bring the knees towards you, just one knee at a time. Hold your knees, let the toes be touching, interlace the fingers. Bring the knees in the backs of the elbows. So you can separate the knees, like that, yeah. Just relax the back. And if anything's hurting, if it hurts the back, you should let me know. And then place the soles of the feet on the floor, a little bit away from the body and wide apart. Open the arms to the sides, either like a T or like a cactus. And then allow the knees to fall to one side. And you can close the eyes here. Working with Ujjayi breathing, you can allow the breath to start to soften slightly, still keeping a sound, still keeping the inhales and the exhales the same length. And then lift the knees, let them fall to the opposite side. Lift the knees, let them fall to the original side. And then we're going to work back and forth. Lift, fall to the second side. Lift, fall to the first side. Soles of the feet on the floor and separated wide. So it's kind of like windshield wipers. And we're just swishing back and forth, massaging the buttocks. And then coming back to center, bring the knees towards you, knees together, feet flexed. And then you're going to push your feet up towards the sky as if you're holding up the ceiling with the feet. Bring the legs perpendicular to the floor. So bring your heels a little towards me, Vanessa. Flexing the feet. So either you can keep the head down here, or if it's okay on the neck, you tuck the chin, take your hands behind the head, lift the upper back, lift the elbows, pull the right leg towards you, left leg hovers from the floor. So towards the floor but not touching. Squeeze the elbows a little bit closer, Dominique. Elbows
Comme ça.
Récupère. Comment on dit ça?
Coude devant.
Switching legs, lift the left leg, let the right leg come down. Try to keep the pelvis level. If it's really hard, don't bring the legs so close to the floor. And you can put the head down. And then switching up, pull the right leg, left leg down, left elbow to the right knee. And switching sides, lift the leg, let the other leg come down, right elbow, left knee. And release the head, bring the knees towards you. We're going to come to happy baby. You can hold your shins or your feet, separate the feet, and bring the, like the knees are coming towards the outsides of the armpits. Just relaxing here, close the eyes. Notice what's happening in the shoulders. Are you able to relax the shoulders? You're relaxing the back of the neck. You're relaxing the jaw and all the facial muscles. And we're going to slowly work towards a Savasana. So if you need a sweater or something to cover the eyes or a blanket, or shut the light off in your home, just go ahead and do this. And if anybody feels like their lower back feels a bit sensitive, you put some cushions or a bolster under the knees.
Tu peux lâcher les jambes. Tu peux lâcher les jambes.
Mettre les genoux. Do you want a bolster?
Non,
Do you want a blanket? Nobody's cold?
Yes. No, we just done that once. No, I'm warm.
You're warm?
Yes.
Okay, so close the eyes. Let the arms fall to the sides of the body. I'm going to talk you through a relaxation. So you just try to bring your awareness to the different parts of the body. So feeling your feet, your ankles, your toes. And see if you can relax them completely. Just allowing the toes to fall to the sides. Bring the awareness to the calves, the shins. Notice if you're able to relax the calf muscles, the shin muscles, all around the knees. Bringing the awareness to the thighs, the hamstrings, all around the upper legs. Notice if you're able to relax those muscles. So that all the muscles of the legs feel completely relaxed. Like they're just melting away from the bones. Bringing the awareness to the pelvis, the lower abdominal bones feel heavy, heavy to the earth. Imagine your lower back, middle back, upper back. You're bringing your mind there like you can feel it all. Notice if you're able to release all the muscles. All the way up to the back of the neck. Bring the awareness to the belly, the solar plexus, the chest. Notice if you're able to just release all those muscles. And have the sensation like even the inside of the torso is relaxing. All the internal organs. The heartbeat becomes slower. The breathing becomes slower. The throat is relaxing. The shoulder joints are releasing inside the shoulders. Bring the awareness to the arms. Let the upper arms relax around the elbows, the forearms, and the wrists, the hands, and the fingers. So you feel like the skeleton and the arms and the hands is heavy. And the muscles are all melting away from that skeleton. Bringing the awareness to the jaw, softening the jaw. Softening inside the mouth, the tongue, the palate, the insides of the cheeks. Relaxing the lips, the cheek muscles, the eyes, all around the eyes, the eyelids, the forehead and the point between the eyebrows. Feel like you're softening all the skin and the muscles on the skull. Allow the mind to settle. Imagine all the thoughts dissolving. Could just falling to the bottom of a nice bright blue sea. Slowly bringing the awareness back to the body, back to the breath. Stretching out the arms, stretching out the legs. You can bring the knees towards you. And just roll and rest on one side. Whenever you're ready, making your way up to a sitting position. Trying to keep the eyes closed. Bring the palms in front of the heart. And let's send out peace, happiness, and love to all beings everywhere. Chant Om Shanti. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Namaste. Thank you guys. And thank you guys at home.